Alright, so that's something that I thought would be a fun idea. So I opened all those really rad commanders yesterday out of my box, and I thought, hey, I like playing, I'm bored, I like making commander decks, so why not make a new deck and have you pick? So, I'm just gonna go through the options that we got from yesterday, all the cool things we got. I'd prefer to do one of the alt arts, but I'm fine with doing either Jorn or Birgi as well, and Koma, because they're pretty cool. But yeah, so I'm gonna pick one of these guys, and I'm gonna show you off all the guys I pulled, and I'm gonna have one of you guys pick out what I'm gonna make, and then probably like, I don't know, 2 weeks to a month, I'll come back with some commander deck, and I'll try and show it off. Yeah, so here are our options. First, for the monocolors. Alright, so for the monocolors, we got Finn the Fangbearer. So he's got Death Touch, and then creatures that control have Death Touch deal damage to a player. That player gets poison counters instead. And the rule is, I think the way it works is that when you have 10 poison counters, you lose. This is pretty interesting, interesting concept for Commander. Then we got Inagarunai, so when it enters the battlefield, I scry 3, which scrying is look at the top card of your library, decide if you want to put it at the top or the bottom, so I can do that 3 times. And this got the ability, when it dies, to draw 3 cards if 3 more creatures died this turn. Birgi got Storytelling, so this is an interesting mono red commander. So whenever I cast a spell, I get to add a red mana, and then I don't lose that mana throughout my turn. And then creatures I control can boast twice, which I don't know if that'll come up too much. On the other side of Birgi, you got the Harnfell Horn of Bounty. This one's pretty cool as well, because I can discard a target and exile top 2 cards of my library, and I can play those cards this turn. So essentially, if I discard 7 cards, I have 14 cards for the rest of the turn. Then we got Allrun, Voice of the Cosmos. This is a very pretty card. He gets +1/+1 for each card in my hand. At the beginning of my end step, I get to choose a card type, then reveal the top 2 cards of my library, put all cards of the chosen type into my hand, and the rest of the bottom of my library in any order, so he like filters the deck and he gets bigger for the cards in hand. And on the other side, he has Haka, Whispering Raven. Very cool artwork. Probably my favorite artwork in the set, maybe? I don't know. It's a 2 mana 2/3 flying. And then whenever it deals combat damage to a player, I return it to my hand, and then I scry 2. It's very cool as well. Halvar, God of Battle. So creatures I control that are enchanted have double strike. At the beginning of each combat, I may attach target aura or equipment attached to a creature I control to target creature I control. So I can move around equipment without paying its equipment costs, and it gives everything double strike. On the other side, it's got Sword of the Realms, so equipped creature has +2/+0 in vigilance, and whenever the equipped creature dies, return it to its owner's hand instead of having it go to the graveyard. It's kind of interesting. Then Vorinclex Murderous Raider. It's got Trample, Haste, 6 mana, 6/6. And if I would put 1 or more counters on a permanent or player, put twice that many of each of those kinds instead. If an opponent would put 1 or more counters on a permanent or a player, they put half that many of each of those kinds of counters on permanent or player instead. So it's like a doubling season for me, so it doubles all my stuff, but it halves everyone else's stuff, and it rounds down, so if they were put 1, they get 0. Sucks to be them. Alright, so now for the 2-color ones. We have Svella, the Ice Shaper. Like Svella, the Unfocuser. There we go. Troll Warrior. So I can pay 3 mana and tap Svella, and it will create a snow artifact token named Icy Manolith that can tap to add 1 mana. I can pay 8 mana, tap this card, look at the top 4 cards of my library, and cast a spell among them without paying my mana cost. Very cool. Burger the Watcher, it's an Owl Boy, also another very good artwork. The bird artwork is really good. So it's blue-white, and then whenever I cast a spell from anywhere other than my hand, I draw a card. Eiger the Freezing Flame. Whenever a creature or planeswalker an opponent controls is dealt excess damage, if a wizard, giant, or spell I control dealt damage to it this turn, I draw a card. Cole the Ford Master, another equipment-based commander. Whenever another non-token creature I control dies, if it was enchanted or equipped, return it to its owner's hand. Creatures, tokens I control that are enchanted or equipped with +1/+1. And Carter the Doomscourge, another fantastic art. When he enters the battlefield until the next turn, creatures that my opponents control attack each combat if able and attack a player other than me if able. Then whenever the attacking creature dies, each opponent loses 1 life and I gain 1 life. Herald, King of Skemfar, Menace. When it enters the battlefield, look at the top 5 cards of my library. I may reveal an Elf Warrior or Tyver card from among them. Put it into my hand, put the rest at the bottom of my library in red border. What helps is I pulled Tyver yesterday, so, you know, it's pretty nice. Then we have Coma, Cosmos Serpent. So, can't be countered. Beginning of upkeep. Each upkeep, I make a 3/3 Serpent token. Sacrifice another Serpent. Choose one. Tap target permanent, or this card gets indestructible. Very interesting. And finally, Valky, God of Lies. Look at this bad boy. So on this side, when he enters the battlefield, each opponent reveals their hand. For each opponent, exile a creature card they reveal this way until Valky leaves the battlefield. And then I can pay X, choose creature card, exile the Valky with converted mana cost X, and Valky becomes a copy of that. Then on this side, he's Tybalt, Cosmic Imposter, red as sus. So he's got a static ability. When he enters the battlefield, I get an emblem with, you may play cards exiled with Tybalt, Cosmic Imposter, and you may spend mana as though or mana of any color to cast spells. I can +2 exile top card of each player's library, -3 exile target artifact or creature, and -8 exile all cards from all graveyards and add 3 red mana. And then finally, the 1/3 color card, Yorn, God of Winter. He's very cool. Look at him, very hot, even though he's got a winter, so he's very cool. Whenever he attacks, untap each snow permanent I control. And then on the back side, he is the Rime Staff. I can tap it. I may play target snow permanent card from my graveyard this turn. If I do, it enters the battlefield tapped. So very cool. But yeah, you guys can pick one of those cards for me to play. And once you do, I will make an update letting you know which one will get picked. And then a couple weeks after that, I'll show you off the deck and hopefully get some gameplay in there as well. For how to pick, just put a comment down below telling me which one you think looks the coolest, or which one you think most competitively viable, or which one you think is the worst. Just try to make me have to struggle and make a bad artifact commander deck. Alright, but yeah, thanks for watching again. See you later.